All right. Good morning. Good Saturday morning, everybody. March 22nd, I believe. Yes. How we doing? How we doing? All right. Um, we get things fired up. Bright, the bright light. Yeah. 78 on the sleep score last night. Bam, bam, bam. I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. Who's jumping on? Let's see what we've got here. See if Facebook wants to play. Probably not. That's okay. We're up here in the woods. Taking a minute. It will take a minute. Instagram, Google, all the things. So, how you guys doing this morning? How was your week? Scale of 1 to 10. How are things? Hop in the chat. Pop in there. Let me know. Sometimes it does not come up for me. There it is. All right, there it is. Frog in my throat this morning. Hey, Catherine, David Zemchek. Good to see you guys. Yeah. A few other people. Sometimes it doesn't tell me. So I like to call everybody out that hops on just to say hello. But if you don't hear from me, that's because I didn't see it. Don't know why sometimes. So, yeah. Hey, Catherine, we played a little cribbage last night. Guess who won? She won. She won the last 2 games, but that's why I quit. Just kidding. But she took about a year off from playing cribbage with me, mostly because of my incessant trash talk about winning. Yeah, hey, gotta come to play, baby. So, yeah, good morning, Eric Pulsifer. Good to see you. Josh Baker is here. How are you? Good to see all you guys. Yeah. Well, we thought it was spring, and then it snowed last night. So we've got about an inch of, I don't know, crusty stuff on the ground today. So super excited about that. And we thought we might be getting out for another walk today, but I don't know if I dare do that with her hip. So we will probably pass on that. Either that or go somewhere where we can get some pavement so she can keep the train moving. So we did go to the top of the hill again yesterday and stretched it out. She kept on trucking. I said, "That's a steep hill." She said, "Mm-hmm." So we did 2 miles yesterday. So 2 miles for the team, and most importantly for her and her recovery. So pretty excited about that. 15, 2, 4, 6, and the rest don't mix. Yeah, Catherine, what I was getting after about last night, and she took issue with me on, is if you're gonna count that stuff, you gotta sound professional. 15, 2, 4, 6, and 8 is 14, You can't be like 2, 15, 2, and I got another one, and I think I got the right jack. Wrong. It's got to sound bam, bam, bam. You got to be confident with that stuff. Mark Bunker is here. So, yeah, and you can imagine I'm a real treat to play with, especially when I start winning. Tony Botai. We got any other cribbage players on here? I didn't learn till just, I don't know, a couple years ago. I've learned once or twice and then forgot how to play. But what a great game. And you can play it anywhere. And all I do is win. I won't talk trash on you. She'll get mad at me. She did win the last 2 games. I'll give her that. So spanked me pretty good there. So yeah, 2 miles. And it was good. The gate is coming. I did some video of her walking toward and away, and just to show her, how the hips tracking and all that stuff. And it's coming. I sent those videos to Ryan, their PT, and he said, "Yep, looking good. Keep it up. Work on the strength." So, yeah, as a kid, all the adults were playing at camp. Yeah, I remember that too. All the adults always playing cribbage and never knew how to play. I never knew what that language was they were saying. 15, 2, 4 is this and that. Like, what does that mean? No idea. Well, now I know. Speaking of losing at cribbage games, Dave Brackett is on here. He and I've played before, and I typically take him to the cleaners. Hey, it's my show. I can say what I want. Good morning, Matt Moore. How are you doing? Good to see you. Happy Saturday, everybody. 78 on the sleep score last night. Might just stay here. Might just stay here. Coffee's hot. And yeah, we're going to have a good day today. The sun's out. And yeah, I mean, who's got it better than us, right? We had a call this week, and somebody jumped on and was fired right up. I said, hey, man, you're on the right side of the grass, right? Everything goes from there, okay? Especially on a Saturday. Dave says, I don't know about that. Hey, my memory's kind of cloudy, but I remember winning all the games. Good morning, Carmen. Up early on the West Coast. Good to see you. Yeah, Jason Rector mentioned something about how to utilize ChatGPT in your business and just getting more familiar with it. And I've been doing that for a bit now, and I'm going to talk about that probably this week. But I just wanted to mention to you guys that that's coming. Yeah, why leave? Camp's a place to be. Exactly. You know, people that aren't in Maine don't understand why we call it camp. You know, I think Bob Marley does a thing on that. Bob Marley going up to camp. Yeah, sleep good up to camp. Definitely sleep good. Once the dogs get situated, don't I get pissed off? Get all rasty. If I can't have, you know, the dog on my legs, or they get all bound up, and then I just come out of there like somebody put a firecracker in there. But yeah, we went out and grabbed some dinner last night. Went down to the local it's called the Opera House, and it's an old building here in Island Falls. And I wish I should have taken a picture, but Island Falls Opera House, check it out. And IFOH, I think, is there on the sign, it says. But pretty cool. And when we're up here, I like to at least once go out and support what they're doing locally here for business. But man, we walked in, there wasn't anybody there. And then a few people came in. Excuse me. But it's hard in small towns to get people to come out and support stuff, and money's tight and all that. So it's the winter, coming off of winter. So we like to go down and you know, have dinner, play a little cribbage, and talk some trash, of course. So anyway, Dave Howard, good to see you, brother. All the Daves are here today. Post how you guys are doing on a scale of 1 to 10 in the chat. 78 on the sleep score for me. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. The better I sleep, the better the days are. Mark Bunker says, morning, you started without me. Yeah, we're here, and glad you're here, Mark. But today I wanted to hit some another selling thing today. And so many of you guys are in sales. In fact, if I scroll back through this, most everybody. Catherine is not a salesperson, but she deals with kids all day long. And if you've ever listened to my friend Steve Rosenberg, he will say that kids are the best salespeople there ever was, right? And all you have to do is see some kid throwing a fit in aisle 3 of the grocery store to get what they want, and you'll know that they're the best salespeople out there. So we got 10s and 8s and 9s, and of course a 9.5 from Dave Howard. Love it. Love to see it. Good to see you guys here. So I wanted to talk today about selling without selling. That might sound a little bit strange, but selling without selling, the art of influence and trust-based sales. Because let's face it, nobody's buying from you if they don't trust you and they don't feel good about you. How many times have you been around somebody that's magnetic, who influences people effortlessly without ever feeling pushy or salesy, and you kind of don't even know you're getting sold to, right? So that's what we're going to dive into today, like how to actually sell without selling, really, if that makes sense. Roy Dahl is here. He's a 9. Glad to see that, Roy. I'm glad to see that, Roy. I'm going to hold you to it for the week, okay? But we want to become the person that people naturally trust and listen to and want to buy from. If you've ever felt uncomfortable in sales because you don't want to come off as pushy, good news. You don't have to be. In fact, the best salespeople don't sell. They just guide and influence and build trust. Yeah, Mark says, how can I help? How can I help? So people hate being sold to, right? They love being led to a solution. And we're just asking those questions, and we're just guiding them along through the journey. If you're struggling to close sales, guys, or feel weird about pitching, it's probably because you're focused on selling. You know, I got to sell this. when you should be focused on just connecting and solving problems. I saw a post from Dave Brackett's Southwest uh, uh, Care Partners of Southwest Florida this week. Looks like they placed a few people, so congratulations, Dave. But what I saw was a photo of Dave and his partner Rick, with the people that they were helping, and it said, that photo said so much. That was a great piece of content, Dave. That you guys are just just literally helping people, and those guys, the elder population, they have to trust you if they're going to allow you to place them a facility or a building or where they can get help, so Catherine said achieving buy-in from 5 and 6 year olds is no joke. And yeah, you are in sales all day long, right? Probably a master at it, right? But yeah, if you feel weird about that pitching, it might be because you're just focused on the selling, all right, and not connecting and solving, all right? So we're going to try to shift from that transactional selling stuff to transformational influence. We got some big words in there today. I'm going to have another hit of coffee here. Let's talk about the shift. It's a shift from the pitch to presence, to being presence. People don't want another pitch. They want clarity, confidence, leadership. Your job isn't to sell them. It's to help them make a great decision, right? And then take all their money. No, just kidding. Help them make a great decision. Ask yourself, am I trying to sell them something? Or am I helping them make a smart, aligned decision that solves a problem? You're solving their problem. So make the shift. Listen deeply. Don't listen just to respond, but to understand. You ever be talking to somebody and you're like, I don't even want to talk anymore because I know they're just waiting for me to shut up so they can respond with whatever they already decided they're going to say. Try this one. Just start be talking along and just stop talking. See if they even notice. They're looking around. They don't even notice. But listen deeply. Don't be listening to respond. Listen to understand. Speak to their goals, not just your features. And hey, how we do it. Let me tell you about my process. This is why we're so awesome, right? Don't do that. Educate. Don't pitch. Educate. Don't overwhelm people. Position yourself as the trusted advisor. You're the expert, right? You're selling this stuff. Okay? People don't want to be closed. They want to feel like they're in capable hands. We got you. I've got 3 ways here to build trust-based positioning. Ask more, say less. Number 1, ask more, say less. Let the client do most of the talking. We've talked about this stuff all week, guys. Hopefully you've tried it. You already know this from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all week long. Ask more, say less. I'm going to keep pounding that drum. Challenge with kindness. Number 2, challenge with kindness. Don't be afraid to say, are you sure waiting is serving you? You can say that in a kind way rather than, well, you better act now. Hey, are you sure waiting is serving you? That's a kind way to say that. Yeah. And then number 3, detach from the outcome. This one's key. When you stop needing the sale, you actually start getting more of them. Hey, I'll eat next week. I'm probably okay next week if I don't sell the next thing. Sell from that place. Sell from a place of abundance where you're like, yeah, not apathy, but don't be so emotionally connected to, I got to have this. You become magnetic when you show that you care about the outcome more than your quota. Dave says, what a great way to summarize your entire week. Great job, Bob. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I hope the stuff that we've brought together this week, guys, has just like maybe one little nugget that you've gotten, and maybe it's helped you in sales in some way. So let's pop over to Instagram. I got to toggle over, see if anybody's there. PG Builders, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you guys. So here's a tell me if you agree with this. Facts tell, stories sell. You've heard that, right? I always try to share stories. Don't get too long-winded, though. Don't get them 3 layers down into a story. They're sitting there looking at their watch going, we're never coming out of here. Trim that stuff up. Okay? Share stories that show a transformation, a before and after. Hey, we worked with somebody last week. Boy, they were really struggling with us. We got them set up and bam, 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 they're off and running. Shared pain. Be careful with this one. Shared pain is like, I've been there too, right? Be careful with that because that can get you talking about yourself. And that's probably the easiest thing to do. So don't do too much of that. Shared pain. Hey, I've been there, bro. I've been there. I feel your pain. Somebody, hey, maybe you've got 3 kids. This person has 3 kids. You see the stuff in the driveway. You're like, oh, yeah, I've been there. Oftentimes, I find people I'm dealing with that have small kids. I'm like, hey, mine's 26. I've been there. Don't blink. It goes fast. So you just tap that emotion a little bit and like, wow, yeah, he's right. And then the last one is social proof. Others like them have succeeded. And here's why. So whether it's a video testimonial, something like that, here's an example. Hey, I had a client last year who was stuck in the exact same place you are now. They were hesitant to move forward, but once they did, their business doubled in 6 months. Shut up, then shut up. Then be quiet. Stories build trust, guys. They bypass resistance. They get you. It's a workaround, right? They let the prospect see themselves in that situation. They can see that person in that situation. Chris Pierce is watching. Good to see you. Dave Brackett says, camp suits me. Fire, I'm telling you, fire. We get the fire going. It's stoked up. Sidebar. Wendy's been cold all week, and I've been hot. I've been standing over by the door, just kind of opening the door, and it's hard to regulate this place because we got a kick-ass wood stove and a high ceiling, and I run hot. She runs a little cold. So I said, listen, let's strike a balance here. When that thing says 70 over by the door, that means it's 80 over by the stove. I'll be out on the porch till it cools off. Anyway, yeah, fire for sure. I appreciate it. But yeah, facts tell, stories sell. Don't just drop all the facts on them all the time. Stories build trust, guys. Go with that. All right. Let people see themselves in that situation. So here's a question. I always have a question for you. Have you ever bought something just because you felt like the person got you? They understood you? What made you trust them? You ever thought about that? Think of an instance where maybe you bought something just because you felt like the person understood you. Right. Drop a fist pump in the chat if you understand that. Or if you'd rather be led with connection rather than pressure. Hit me with a fist pump. All right. Challenge for this week. Replace one sales pitch with a personal story. Dave, I know you've got plenty of stories. I know you're good at this. Dave's a walking, talking example of somebody being naturally suited to be good at sales. Doesn't mean he hasn't had to work at it. Doesn't mean he doesn't make mistakes. But you got to not worry about what's somebody going to think. You got to be able to get uncomfortable. All right. So next time you're about to explain your offer, try telling a success story instead. And think about what it is. Have that thing ready. Know what you're going into for a sales call. Prepare. Don't arrive at 11 a.m. for an 11 a.m. sales call. You should be there at quarter up in the vehicle or whatever, outside, getting prepped, being ready. Fist pumps abound. Yeah. My God, what would happen if you got some traffic and you were 5 minutes late? If you're 5 minutes late to a sales call with me, I'm out. On the DISC scale, I'm an I and a D, and I'm moving on to something else. I don't have time for that. You weren't serious. So give yourself time. But replace one sales pitch with a personal story. Next, practice detaching from the outcome. Or at least gut check on how emotionally attached you are to it. So go into your next call with this mindset. If this isn't right for them, that's okay. But if it is, I'll help them see that. If it's not right for them, it's okay. You got to kiss a lot of toads, my dad used to say, right? And he was right. And then ask this on your next call. Would you like my help solving this, or are you just gathering info? Wow. Because, we're on the phone for a reason, or we're together for a reason. Hey, where are you? Just out of curiosity, where are you at in your process? Are you just gathering information, or are you looking to sign up with someone and get on their schedule? Ooh. Boom. Drop that one. Are we doing this or not? Okay. Would you like my help solving this, or are you just gathering info? This one builds trust. It positions you as the guide, somebody that can help them solve this. And this separates we call them tire kickers up here in the Northeast, but the fence sitters. People that are sitting on the fence, hey, they might be talking to somebody else. They maybe haven't heard you. They haven't told you that. Helper hat. Yeah. Thanks, man. Tony says you guys are killing it with the content. I love it. Yeah, appreciate it, Tony. Glad you're in the mix too. We're gonna get a lot of shit done together, and I'm excited about it. Carmen, thank you. Yeah, so guys, try this stuff. All right, when you shift from selling to serving, everything changes. Everything changes. You stop chasing. You start attracting. Influence comes from clarity, empathy, and leadership. Are you an empath? Can you clearly state your offer? Are you a leader? Not pressure, guys. Just not pressure. You don't have to force people to buy. Buy my stuff. You buy this car, right? No, when they trust you, they'll want to. Dave says, you don't want me on that wall. You need me on that wall, right? Get confident about it. Be the guide, not the hero. Be the guide, not the hero. People are looking for someone they can trust to lead them. They truly are. They wouldn't have called you. Guys, if this spoke to you, please share it. Please share it out. Saturday's a great day to share. Did you know that? Share it. I think one of these got like 1,000 views last week. This past week, I said to Wendy, I said, this one's like 998 and it's got 4 shares. So it's been fun for us to see it get out to more people. Just share it. And there's a few of you on here that have been great about that. Peter Christensen has been sharing almost every day. It don't cost nothing, so to speak. And I would appreciate it. I'm putting a lot of effort in. And all I'm asking is that you just share it out or shoot it over to a buddy or somebody that you think might like it. Share it at work. Tell them that, it's a bit of a comedy show on the front end, but once he gets into it, it goes pretty well. Just kidding. So guys, you don't have to be selling to sell, right? Create relationships, establish yourself as the expert, be trusted, get trusted. And you do that by building rapport. Okay. There's so many things that allow you to get good at selling without selling. Just get good at this, the back and forth. Pay attention, listen. I know about me that I'm bad. I'm bad with names because I'm thinking about something else. Hey, John. Hey, Bob. This is John. Hey, nice to meet you. 5 minutes later, I'm shit. What was that guy's name? Right. So as a workaround, when I shake the hand, I look him in the eye and say, "Hey, John, nice to meet you." And then I try to very quickly in the next few minutes say his name again, so that now I'm good. I remember that. So, what kind of hacks do you guys have that you use in sales situations that you might want to share? Yeah, Carmen says, I need more practice on this. Great stuff. We can help. We can help on that, Carmen. We can do some role plays, get you going on it. And, if you're the one doing the sales, you need to pay attention to this stuff because it matters. And like I said yesterday, you pay a lot of money for leads, whether it's your website or your shirts and your hats and your logo and your wrap and all of that stuff. Kind of gets factored into your cost per lead. So good Lord, why would you just want to, just throw up on somebody and burn a lead? The other thing is, if you've got somebody in your company that you're trusting to sell, you better damn well know that they're good at it. Because if they're not, you have a problem. You're losing money you're losing money you don't even know you're losing. Yeah, look at that. Peter Christensen said, I'm open to role play any of these with anyone. I'm not an expert, but willing to help if it helps anyone. And he popped his number in there. So, yeah, good stuff. Hey, guys, get with one another. Make sure if you see people on the thread here, shoot them a friend request. Increase your network. It's not creepy. You're increasing your network with like-minded people. Yeah, Mark Bunker said, we can work on this, Carmen. So here they come, Carmen. All right, look at this. Unbelievable, right? If you're not doing a sales role play, a couple of times a week, then you're losing money. Dave, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Yeah, share it out. Frisella says, don't be a hoe, share the show, right? He's a little bigger than me, just a touch. But but yeah, same thing. Like somebody said to me the other day, "Hey man, why would somebody pay you to coach them if you're just coaching every morning?" I'm bringing some value every morning, in an effort to share with you guys a little bit about me, how I go at things. I want you to see my passion and understand that if you decide that you want to jump on board and work with me one-on-one, it goes from there. All right. We dial that up because I just plain care about the people that I'm working with, and I want them to win. I get texts like I got last night, which was, hey, we've closed $128 or $108,000, and we got $108,000 in signed proposals this week from somebody that did 400,000 last year. Not bad. And I like to think I had a little bit to do with that, a little bit to way to help them with that. And, helping people get out of their own way. Helping people see that there's more than one way to skin a cat, so to speak. Sorry if you're a cat lover. Bill Gustafson says one-on-one is totally different than the live. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, we get into it. I mean, I'll talk about it. It's Saturday. We got time. We work from 3 pillars: personal, professional, and I call it legacy. Also acts of service. So we're going to check in on all 3 of those things every single week. How you doing with work or business? What's going on the personal side? You mentioned when we first started talking that you wanted to work on these few things. What are some action steps? So there's a high level of accountability. Mark, would you agree? High level of accountability inside the one-on-one coaching? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Tony's just gotten going with it. Loves the one-on-one. Skin them all, I say, Dave. Okay, it's a family show. Peter said one-on-one coaching is worth it. To me, Bob has been great, and it's only 2 weeks. Yeah, Peter, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. And these guys are out there. Some of these guys have been in business a long, long time, and it's been fun and gratifying for me to jump in and be able to help them avoid some of the mistakes I've made along the way and paid for, and just help them avoid those potholes in the road. So super fun. Matt Blood says, for sure. Matt, I didn't know you were here. Good morning. Good to see you. And those of you who I haven't mentioned, who pop on, like yesterday, Wendy said to me, your dad was on. I said, I didn't even see him. I would have said hello. So if you're on here this morning, good morning, Dad. But yeah, for sure. Anyway, love to do it. I love to interact with people. We're building this thing out. We're working with a new media company. So a bit of a tweak to the branding. Definitely the website. It's time to get blog and podcast and lives and Edge and Summit and Peak and one-on-one and school and Edge Live and events. All of the stuff is getting put in a nice, neat direction right now as we speak. And hopefully, with any luck at all, if things go well, May 1st, we'll have not a different look, but we're going to have a little more horsepower around here, which is exciting. So Wendy Lead is watching. You guys want the truth? Wendy Lead just woke up. She's right over here. We were out. We went out last night. We had fun, and it snowed. There she is. The better half. They want more of you, Wendy. I told her, I said, you got to come on someday. We'll just have conversations. Oh, my hair. I haven't done my hair. Okay. All right. Matt Moore says 100% recommend one-on-one. Yeah. Bring in your A game, brother. Love you. I love it. Love you too. I love it. And I love you too, Dave. I appreciate you. And I know you're doing well down there. And I heard I'll share this other thing with you guys. I don't know who said it this past week. Maybe it was somebody on Steve's group. I think it was Bobby, the guy that he's partnered with, said talking about working on the weekends, or just trying to move the needle a little bit on the weekend, right? There's I didn't think about it this way. 104 days, Saturday and Sundays. And I'm not saying, dude, you got to grind and, who's going to carry the boats and going all freaking David Goggins on you. What I'm saying is maybe you carve out an hour or two on Saturday to move the needle a little bit. And Wendy's watching. That was Wendy watching. Maybe you carve out an hour or two on a Saturday. Or maybe you take the latter half of Sunday or an hour on Sunday night to just get super intentional about what you're doing this coming week. I know everything I'm doing this coming week. It's just time to execute. Bunker is creating an initiative to change the name of the camp to the Lake House, or refer it to it as the Lake House. Yeah. I got a yes from here at the Lake House. So, yes, typically the Lake House is referred to by the folks from Massachusetts. We're up here at camp when if you step out of line, you get punched in the head. I'm just kidding. We've had a lot of good times up here, good memories, and many more to come. It's we're very fortunate to have it. Like I've said, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on everybody's part poured in here, and it was fun that we expanded it in 2008. And I always joke it's one of the few good things I've done with my money. So, yeah. Tony says, yeah, so do I. Just don't know what speed bumps are coming. Actually, yeah, we what we do is get out ahead of those. I always call it the cottage. Do you? Yeah. I don't know. Cottage, lake house. I don't know. Well, I'll share a little story with you. Our neighbor, Jimmy, has been not well. And he was in ICU this week, and he's home now. They got him on palliative care. And so it's been kind of a tough week that way. We thought about going home early, but we wrote it out. We're going to go home tomorrow. But I was wrestling with, I want to make sure I see him. And he always says to me, of course he's 81 or 2 and sometimes says things a couple of times. And one of the things that he always says to me, because he used to snowmobile up here, and the trails up here for snowmobiling are as wide as a road. They are the roads, the dirt roads that become snowmobile trails. And he's always said to me, he goes, he's up there in Aroostook County. He goes, that's just about as close as you can get to heaven. And I thought about that a lot this week when he's been struggling. And I've always wanted to try to get him up here. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but we're going to go home tomorrow and I'll see him. And he just has such a will to live. And, he's got heart stuff, and he had major heart stuff when he was my age. So he's been playing with the house's money for a bunch of years. But I haven't ever seen anybody that likes to live as much as Jimmy. And, if you guys have read the book Tuesdays with Maury, he's my Maury. And, when that guy goes, it's not going to be a good day. But in the meantime, I see him as much as I can. And I remember the stories. He's got a couch in his garage, and we always sit on the couch and have man hour and sit there with the dog and just hang out. And he feeds Tuck about 27 of those sausages. And I just like, well, we'll clean it up later. And it's just good stuff. So, yeah. And Dave Brackett's been on that couch and hung out. Maybe I'll post a pic in the thread when I get it. So, yeah, salt the earth kind of guy. Carmen says, I need to Airbnb this place. Yeah. Hey, maybe that might have to happen someday. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Cottage down by the river. So, but anyway, yeah, about it. He said it's about as close to heaven as you can get. And I'm not a very religious guy, but I do like that saying. And maybe that's going to get put up around here somewhere. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I love y'all. We went a little long today, but hey, it's Saturday, right? Check out how you sell. Don't forget, selling without selling. If you take that from today, I love it. I'll feel like my work here is done. I appreciate you all. You guys on Instagram, thanks for popping over. Patrick Johnson was here. PG Builders, and all of you guys that joined on Facebook. I appreciate you today as much as any day. And yeah, Matt says Jimmy's a great guy. He really is. So we'll dedicate today's show to Jimmy. He's a badass MFer. Yeah, it is though. Yeah. So guys, thank you. I love y'all. Have a great day. Do a little bit of work. Love you too, Mark. Do a little bit of work if you want to. If you can, move the needle a little bit. It'll make your week easier. But really take a look at how you're going into those sales conversations, all right? It bears some review. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Enjoy your Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care.